All right, welcome back inside Flames TV Live at the second intermission. Pleased to welcome in a guy that you saw here earlier tonight, Rene Bourque, former Calgary Flame, longtime National Hockey Leaguer, and an Olympic bronze medalist as well. Good to have you on the desk.
Thanks for having me. Good to be here.
Yeah, I was going to say, welcome back. What's it like stepping back out of center ice at the Scotiabank Saddledome again?
Man, my heart was racing out of my chest before I was going out there. I wanted to play again. I was ready to go.
Isn't that
it
great?
was fun though. It was an awesome celebration. It was good to see the kids out there I was with, and they were pretty nervous going out there too. And I kind of said, enjoy this. This is a big moment for you guys, and take it all in, and they did great, so it worked out well.
Yeah, I mean, maybe well, for you, obviously special, a great ovation as well. You're probably a little different feeling, probably maybe feels a little more comfortable when you have the skates and helmet on, but what about a moment like this and what it means?
It's huge, just for everybody that's represented here tonight, all the 7 nations and the Métis community. I was honored to be asked by the Flames to do this, and just super grateful to be a part of this. I know Brent Dodgenhorst has a huge part in bringing this night together, and I've talked to him a few times over the last couple of months, and he wanted to include me in some way or shape or form, and this is where I ended up. But just super grateful. Everybody's super proud of where they come from and their heritage, and just nice to see us represented tonight. And thanks to the Flames for acknowledging everybody in the stands.
Well, I know your work with Indigenous youth go back to your playing days. I mean, what have you found in terms of being able to go into the communities, work with kids, and just see that passion for hockey that you shared with them when you were their age?
Yeah, growing up, I had a lot of people that paved the way before I became who I was, and just being a role model and learning about that. And it becomes more important as you get older. Even when I was playing, it was hard to have a lot of free time where you could donate, time to teach hockey schools or actually get involved in community events. And now that I'm retired and older, I look back on my career and realize when I was a kid, you have an NHL player just sign an autograph for you or say hello, and it makes a big impact on them. So I feel like I have a duty now to start giving back, and just with my new job with Western Sciences, being the Indigenous Relations Manager, giving back to the community, spending time in there, and just getting to know people and build relationships.
Who was that for you? Who was the one? Who did you look up to? Who kind of sparked your passion, or maybe helped you kind of feel or realize that it was possible?
I hate saying it, but I grew up an Oilers fan, and the Oilers were good, growing up in northern Alberta when I was a kid. But the day I got traded here, you learned how to hate them, and it was a big rivalry. But Gretzky obviously was my favorite player growing up. Then I got older, Messier and Joe Sakic, and Iggy. Got fortunate to play with him. Sure. Looked up to him when I was a young kid, and. A lot of players, a lot of indigenous players that paved the way before me. They were showing a bunch of them on the jumbotron before, and you don't realize how many of us are out there. And I'm just super proud of everybody that has come before me and is going to come after.
Well, and part of that is kind of what you said, just shining the light on it and kind of exposing that history there too, right?
Exactly. We hear a lot of bad all the time and a lot of good at the same time, but just to recognize these guys and give them a moment and recognition goes a long way. And everybody is super. I've had countless messages already from phone calls and texts and Instagram just since the puck drop about how proud everybody is from an Indigenous standpoint to be represented tonight. So it feels good.
Awesome. Hey, 4 years, about parts of 4 seasons here with the Sea of Red, and we got some highlights. I want to show those too. But what do you kind of most remember fondly about those days, being able to strap them up as a member of the Calgary Flames?
I loved every minute of it. It was very, I needed a change when I came from Chicago, and it was a good opportunity for me to be here. Daryl treated me well. Had great relationships with everybody. A lot of the same staff we have here. Yeah. Just friends for life, and the Flames Foundation and the organization has done so much for me, even post hockey career, and all the amount of support they give to all these organizations. It was the highlight of my career, probably playing in Calgary, and I was playing well at the time, so it was a fun 4 years. Yeah,
great stretch of hockey for sure. And just if we could, you saw right at the end, obviously, a big part was that Heritage Classic game of outdoors. And right at the end, I know Corey Sarge is in the building, so we had a laugh about this earlier this year. If we could just show it one more time, the pass of a lifetime. He called it a sauce. I don't know how your reflection on the opposite end of it was. What do you think?
I was still trying to figure out how I actually picked that out of the air.
It's remarkable.
Sarchi, that was. I was trying to figure out how it got by the D man, and then I was able to pick it up. But that was a fun day. I'll remember that forever. I had a lot of friends and family in the crowd. It was a cold one.
Yeah.
But to beat Montreal at home and have a shutout was fun.
Yeah, that's great. A heck of a goal, heck of a finish. Hey, let's bring in the next wave. You got the whole family in the house, and this is your boy, right?
This is my little guy Bennett. Yeah, he's 8 years old. We had a hockey game this morning in Osoyoos, drove to Kelowna, flew to Calgary. He didn't want to miss it, so
awesome.
Super proud of him, and he was super excited. He doesn't have a ton of memories when I was playing. He was still, 1, 2 years old, so to bring him to his first Calgary Flames game, he was super excited.
What do you think? You see those highlights? What do you think of your dad there? Good finish on that goal, hey? What do you think?
Yeah.
Taking some tips there? How'd your game go this morning?
Good.
Good. Good stuff. Oh, that's great. Calgary Flames alumnus Rene Bourque and his son Bennett here. Thanks for doing it.
Yeah,
Appreciate it.
thanks for having me. It was a pleasure. Thank you.
Thanks for watching Flames TV live at the Intermission. Brought to you by Original 16.